Morning students. Today we're going to start the chapter spectrum. So in this chapter we're going to learn what is dispersion, what is spectrum, and what are the causes of dispersion of white light. So this is your demo, sir. Let's start. So in this figure, ABC is your triangular prism. This is your triangular prism. An ray of light PQ is incidenting on this ABC prism. Now at the point Q, this PQ light ray will bend. While this light ray will bend because this light ray is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. This outer medium is air. So this is rarer medium and this inner medium is glass. So this is your denser medium. So since light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal line. So which one is your normal line? This line is your normal line. Why? Normal line is a line which is perpendicular to the surface. So light is incidenting on this surface AB. So this line is perpendicular. That means this line is makes an angle 90 degree with this AB. So this is your normal line. So light will bend towards the normal line. So it will bend in this way. Okay, it is now following this path. So due to this bending, now this angle is called your first deviation angle delta 1. Okay. Now at this point R, light will again bend. Why light will again bend? Now at this point R, light is again traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. This outer medium is air. So this is your denser medium and this inner medium is glass. So light is again traveling from denser to rarer. Now it will bend again away from your normal line. So this is your normal line perpendicular to your AC surface. So light will be again bend away from a normal line. Now it is following this path. Okay. Now initially it deviates delta 1 angle here, and in the second surface it again deviates delta 2 angle. So your total deviation is equals to deviation angle delta 1 plus deviation angle delta 2. Okay. So your total deviation is equals to deviation angle delta 1, delta is equals to delta 1 plus delta 2. Now this deviation depends on three things. First is angle of incidence. So in the previous class you have already learned that angle of how deviation angle is dependent of angle of incidence. So this is the graph of angle of incidence versus deviation angle. So you can see initially if you increase the angle of incidence, the deviation angle decreases. But after this point, if you increase the angle of incidence, then the deviation angle will also increase. Okay. And second point is that your deviation angle delta is depends on angle of prism. So again you know that angle, if you increase the angle, deviation angle and the angle of prism are proportional to each other. That means if you increase the angle of prism, then your deviation angle will also increase. Now similarly, the third point, your refractive index deviation angle is also proportional to your refractive index of the material. If you increase the refractive index of the material by changing the material, then your deviation angle will also increase. But these 3 points you have already learned in the previous chapter. In this chapter we will learn how deviation produced by the prism depends on the color or wavelength of the incident light. Now first thing you have to learn is that each color, look, white light is made up of several color. The 7 is prominent colors: violet, indigo, blue, orange, red. The frequency, the wavelength of violet is between 4000 to 4460. Okay. So the wavelength of violet is 4000, suppose red is 8000, and so on. Okay. Now speed speed of light, speed of each color depends on the wavelength also, because you know the formula that V is equals to V is equals to n lambda, where is V is the velocity, n is the frequency, and lambda is your wavelength. Now frequency is constant for a particular source. Now suppose a white light is for falling in this prism, so frequency will be same for all the colors. Frequency is a constant quantity. Frequency depend on the source. Obviously, if you take the different sources, then frequency may vary. So frequency is constant here. So for you can see the lambda is for red light, lambda is wavelength is 8,000, but for violet light the wavelength is 8,000. So that means if you decrease the wavelength, the velocity will also decrease. If you increase the wavelength, the velocity will also increase. Why? Because v is proportional to lambda, because n is constant here. So that means for violet light, the velocity of violet light is less than the velocity of red light inside the prism. Okay, because the red light has the higher wavelength and the violet light has the lower wavelength. Now 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 in the now the so you know that your refractive index mu is proportional to mu is equals to c by v, where c is your where c is the speed of the light and v is the velocity, and v is equals to n lambda, where n is the frequency and lambda is the wavelength. So that means your refractive index mu is inversely proportional to lambda, one inversely proportional to lambda. That means if we increase the wavelength lambda, then your refractive index will decrease, and if you decrease the wavelength, then your refractive index will increase. So that means red light which has the highest wavelength has the lowest refractive index, and the violet light which has the lowest wavelength, that means 4000 angstrom, it has highest refractive index. Now again, refractive index mu is proportional to your deviation angle delta. Okay, so that means if you decrease your wavelength, then deviation angle will increase, and if you increase the wavelength, then the deviation angle will decrease. So that means your red light will deviate least and your violet light will deviate more. Okay, so that means all the lights will not deviate proportionally. Those light which has the higher wavelength, those light which has higher wavelengths will deviate least, and those light which has lower wavelength will deviate more. So in visible light, violet color is deviated the most and red color is deviated least, because in glass the speed of violet light is least and that of the red color is most. So next topic is colors in the white light with their wavelength and frequency. Now you know that white light is consist of seven prominent colors. Seven prominent colors mean we can observe only seven colors, but it is actually it consists of more than 4000 colors. Remember one thing is that every wavelength has a particular color. Suppose I'm giving an example. Suppose the range of red light is from 6000 angstrom to 8000 angstrom, but at 6201 angstrom you will get one color. 6202 angstrom you will get another color. Okay, but these seven colors are visible colors, but uh, at each wavelength, at each particular wavelength, you will get a particular color. Okay, but these seven colors are visible colors, so that's why we are saying that the white light is consist of seven colors, but it is actually more than 4000 colors. From 4000 to 8000 you will get more than 4000 colors. Okay, so and the wavelength of violet is between 4000 to 4460 Armstrong. Okay. So you can say that wavelength is the characteristic of the color irrespective of its origin, or in other words you can say that the wavelength is the subjective property of light related to the wavelength. Okay. Now there are some units of wavelength. You know, we are using the unit Armstrong. Armstrong means 10 to the power 1 angstrom means 10 to the power minus 10 meter, or 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. Okay, but nowadays most the Armstrong nanometer is used in place of Armstrong. 1 nanometer is equals to 10 to the power 9 minus 9 meter, or 1 nanometer is equals to 10 Armstrong. Okay. Now our next topic is Newton's experiment. Okay, Newton's experiment. So Newton allowed the white light from the sun to fall on this prism, to fall on a prism. So so in other side he placed a screen. So he observed that in the screen, instead of one colors, he gets total seven colors. So initially he thought the experiment was wrong. He gets the wrong result. But when he did the experiment again and again, he concluded that he concluded that the white light is actually consist of seven colors. Okay, and this band of seven colors is called your spectrum. This band of seven colors is called your spectrum, and he again concluded that this white light is consist of a small white light is a mixture of a large number of wavelengths. Okay, and this phenomena of splitting of white light into the seven colors is called your dispersion. The splitting of white light into the seven colors is called dispersion, and this band of seven colors is called your spectrum. So definition of dispersion is that phenomena of splitting of white light by prism into its constituent colors is known as dispersion. And what is spectrum? Once passing the white light through a prism, the band of seven colors seen on the screen is called the spectrum. Okay, so I told you already there you can observe seven colors, but there is more than 4,000 colors, because the range of white light is between 4,000 to 8,000 angstrom. Now we'll discuss what are the cause of dispersion of white light. So you know that every color has different wavelengths. Red has different wavelength 8,000 Armstrong, violet has 4,000 Armstrong, and so on. So due to these different wavelengths, each color has different velocity inside the prism. Now due to the different velocity, each color bends differently. The colors which has least wavelength has deviate more, and those colors which has the highest number of wavelength will deviate more. So due to this deviation, each color follows different paths. That means at this point all the colors are following different paths. Okay, so each color following different path. So due to this, violet color is deviated more, and while the red color is deviated the least. So therefore the light of different colors present in white light follows different paths inside the glass prism and then strikes the second surface of the prism. Now at this second surface here, only refraction takes place. Okay, there is no deviation, because the colors are already splitted into the white light already split it into is its constituent colors. Now here in this surface, second surface, only refraction takes place. Light is only bending. Okay, and then they are emerging out from this prism. Now if you place a screen, then you'll get 7 different colors. So what are the cause of dispersion? The cause of dispersion is due to the different wavelengths of particular of different colors, different wavelengths of different colors. So this is the cause of dispersion. So thank you for today.